Bruno Mars didn't just return to the charts, he detonated them. In a music industry increasingly driven by fleeting viral moments, his latest era has delivered something far rarer: sustained global dominance. With I Just Might holding steady near the top of multiple charts and Risk It All proving equally formidable, the singer has reasserted himself not just as a hitmaker but as a defining force in modern pop. The latest numbers tell a compelling story. I Just Might, the lead single from his new project The Romantic, continues to dominate worldwide, holding at number 2 on the United World Chart in its second week after debuting at number 1. The track pulled in an impressive 214,000 points, powered by 90,000 from streaming, 17,000 from sales, and a massive 73,000 from global airplay. Meanwhile, its performance in the United States remains equally commanding. After debuting atop the Billboard Hot 100, marking the first time Bruno Mars has ever opened at number 1, the song continues to hover near the summit, demonstrating rare staying power in a highly competitive landscape. This is not just another successful single. It is a milestone moment in a career already filled with them. I Just Might has now spent 10 consecutive weeks at number 1 on the Hot R&B Hip-Hop Songs chart, reinforcing Bruno Mars' deep roots in the genre while expanding his reach across pop audiences. Even more telling is its dominance on radio. With over 81 million in audience impressions, the track has become the first song since 2024 to surpass the 80 million mark in weekly airplay, a metric that signals not just popularity but true cultural penetration. At the same time, Risk It All, the album's opening track, is proving that this era is not built on a single hit. The song debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Global 200 with over 51 million streams and continues to perform strongly, rebounding within the top tier of global charts. It also debuted at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming Bruno Mars' 22nd top 10 hit in the United States. In an era where even the biggest artists often struggle to land multiple simultaneous hits, this dual chart success underscores a broader narrative. Bruno Mars is not just relevant, he is dominant. Behind these numbers lies a deeper story about evolution and resilience. Industry insiders describe The Romantic as one of Bruno Mars' most carefully crafted projects to date, blending classic soul influences with modern production techniques. He's one of the few artists who still obsesses over every detail, said a veteran music producer who has worked with multiple chart-topping acts. From the vocal layering to the live instrumentation, nothing feels accidental. That's why his music cuts through. This meticulous approach has become a hallmark of Bruno Mars' career. Unlike many of his contemporaries, he has never relied solely on trends. Instead, he has consistently merged timeless musicality with contemporary appeal. The result is a catalog that resonates across generations, a rare achievement in today's fragmented music ecosystem. The impact of this latest era extends beyond charts and numbers. In the United States, Bruno Mars is once again shaping the sound of mainstream radio. At a time when hip-hop, pop, and genre-blending tracks compete for dominance, his ability to bridge these worlds has made him a unifying force. I Just Might doesn't just top charts, it defines playlists, influences programming decisions, and sets a benchmark for what a modern hit can sound like. Music critics have been quick to recognize this influence. One prominent industry analyst noted, "What Bruno Mars is doing right now is reminding the industry that longevity still matters. Anyone can go viral for a week. Sustaining momentum across streaming, sales, and radio, that's a different level entirely." Is also a cultural dimension to his success that cannot be ignored. Bruno Mars has long been celebrated for his ability to blend genres and honor musical traditions, from funk and soul to R&B and pop. With The Romantic, he continues this legacy, introducing younger audiences to sounds that might otherwise feel distant while keeping longtime fans engaged with fresh, modern production. Perhaps most striking is how this era positions Bruno Mars within the broader historical context of popular music. With his latest achievements, he now ties with some of the most iconic figures in music history in terms of chart milestones and longevity. His cumulative weeks at number 1, now reaching 40, place him in an elite category that few artists ever approach. It is a reminder that his success is not just current, it is cumulative, built over years of consistent excellence, yet behind the accolades and chart statistics lies a more personal narrative. Those close to the project describe an artist deeply invested in his craft, often spending countless hours refining arrangements and performances. "He's never chasing the next trend," said a collaborator. "He's chasing perfection, that's the difference." This dedication is evident in the structure and composition of his latest songs. I Just Might balances emotional vulnerability with polished production, creating a track that feels both intimate and universal. Meanwhile, Risk It All leans into a more dynamic, high-energy sound, showcasing the versatility that has become synonymous with Bruno Mars. The global response has been equally overwhelming. I Just Might has reached number 1 in multiple countries, spanning Europe, North America, and beyond, while also achieving top 10 status in dozens of additional markets. Its certifications, platinum in Canada and gold in countries like Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom, further highlight its widespread appeal. Risk It All has followed a similar trajectory, topping charts in parts of Asia and maintaining strong positions across multiple regions. This international success reinforces a key aspect of Bruno Mars' identity as an artist, his global reach. Unlike many performers who dominate specific markets, he has consistently demonstrated the ability to connect with audiences worldwide. His music transcends language barriers, cultural differences, and regional trends, making him one of the few truly global superstars of his generation. In the context of the modern music industry, this kind of reach is increasingly valuable. Streaming platforms have made it easier than ever for songs to travel across borders, but sustaining that momentum requires more than just accessibility. It requires authenticity, quality, and a deep understanding of what resonates with listeners. Bruno Mars appears to have mastered this balance. There is also a strategic element to his success. Industry observers note that the rollout of the Romantic has been carefully orchestrated, with each release building anticipation and reinforcing the album's narrative. "It's not just about dropping songs," explained a music marketing executive. "It's about creating a moment." Bruno Mars understands that better than most. That moment has clearly arrived. With multiple chart-topping singles, record-breaking airplay, and a growing list of accolades, this era is shaping up to be one of the most significant of his career. It also raises an intriguing question. What comes next for an artist who has already achieved so much? Maintaining momentum can be a challenge. Yet if his current trajectory is any indication, Bruno Mars is not slowing down. Instead, he appears to be entering what some might call a second prime, a period where experience, confidence, and creativity converge to produce some of the most impactful work of an artist's career. The broader implications for the music industry are equally noteworthy. At a time when the definition of a hit is constantly evolving, Bruno Mars is redefining the standard. His success demonstrates that it is still possible to achieve massive reach without sacrificing artistry, that songs can be both commercially successful and musically sophisticated. As the industry continues to adapt to new technologies and shifting audience behaviors, his approach offers a blueprint for longevity. It suggests that while platforms and formats may change, the fundamentals, strong songwriting, compelling performances, and genuine connection, remain as important as ever. In the end, the story of this era is not just about numbers, records, or chart positions. It is about an artist who has consistently pushed boundaries while staying true to his roots. It is about a body of work that resonates across cultures and generations. And it is about a moment in time when everything seems to align. As Bruno Mars continues to dominate charts and captivate audiences around the world, one thing is clear. This is not just a comeback or a temporary surge. It is a reaffirmation of his place among the most influential artists of his time. And if the current momentum holds, the legacy he is building now may well define the next chapter of modern pop music. Bruno Mars is once again dominating the global music conversation, and this latest chapter may be one of the most defining moments of his career. With the explosive success of I Just Might and the strong chart performance of Risk It All, Bruno Mars is proving that his influence extends far beyond nostalgia. He remains a driving force in today's competitive music industry. In this report, we break down how Bruno Mars returned to the top of the charts with record-breaking numbers across streaming, radio, and global rankings. From a historic debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 to sustained dominance across international markets, Bruno Mars continues to set a new standard for what a modern hit looks like. His latest project, The Romantic, blends classic R&B roots with contemporary production, reinforcing his reputation as one of the most versatile and consistent artists of his generation. For U.S. audiences, this moment matters. At a time when viral trends often fade quickly, Bruno Mars delivers longevity, quality, and cultural impact, reshaping how success is measured in the streaming era. Watch the full breakdown to understand why Bruno Mars is not just trending, but redefining global pop dominance.